And that's how that goes. And no, I'm definitely not going in there, because it will get very dark very quickly, and you don't know whether it drops down somewhere. So when they put the tram system in, they dug out these massive big areas and put in like green beds and things like that. It was pretty cool. It boosted the wildlife around here. You know, we've got a hell of a lot more wildlife because of it. And there's one a little bit further over which is more of an actual pond, but I believe they're just overflows. Over there is where I want to be, but I can't seem to get there. Currently trampling down bits of bracken. The rain's still peeing through here, but even just in there it's a little bit more sheltered. So current side quest. I'm stood in a massive big patch of nettles trying to get in there. I've just trampled my way through. There's a little robin over there who seems to be a bit interested in what I'm doing. I've been stung up to the nines where I am very tingly, and it's just a matter of trampling down these bloody leaves, because there is where I want to go. So we're going to double back a bit and then head that way. We've had loads of rain, now the sun's graced us. We've had a rainbow. Beautiful, bloody brilliant. It's only a bit of water, isn't it? Ouch. These nettle stings topping up, ready for next summer. But trying to find a way in there is the problem. Let's see if we can get round and in, maybe. So that's where I wanted to sit, but there is barbed wire going across this little ditch, which means not allowed, unfortunately. So that's scuppered and no coffee. But it's best to come out, check these things out before assuming that you're just going to be able to make it work. Yeah, so a bit of a time to have a bit of a rethink, a failed attempt, but at the end of the day, it's going to save us a lot of hassle. Yeah, the barbed wire goes the whole stretch. It's a shame because it looked amazing from the map. It's just in the corner of a field that doesn't really get used. So the only real option is the area that we're in now, and maybe head down that way. But I'm going to need a big stick to be whacking down these nettles with. I mean, I could just set up there, but I don't want to. That is not what was planned. So possibly head in this direction, but I'm going to need a big stick to whack all these nettles down. Ideally, I wanted to get under a tree because I didn't bring a tarp, because I'm an idiot and didn't check the weather. Normally I do, but no. So we're going to call it a failed attempt, but at least we know we can get to this point, which is progress when you think about it. I mean, let's go and have a little look actually. See if we can get down, because it seems easier this way. Tripped back across all the nettles here, sort of making a path, but they get really, really high over there. So I'd need a big stick to be able to whack them down with, but for now, at least we've got a rainbow. So I'm in a bush. I've come out lightweight today. I've literally got a tiny little stool, which I'm possibly going to start using because the other one weighs 2 kilograms and my shoulders are absolutely knackered from carrying that backpack around. I thought I'd be okay, but it's starting to give me a bit of jip with it being like nearly 13 kilograms each time. But what I'm doing today is a quick recon. I've just been over there into these bushes here You've already seen them, and I went a little bit further down that way, but I seem to have found like a really big hole, which needs a bit more investigating. It could be an old well or something, so I am actually being very careful around here because I don't know what was here years ago. Could be anything. There's signs of animals digging, scratching, holes in places and stuff like that. Surprisingly, this far in a field, as you could see a minute ago from the time lapse, where them crows are, there's actually a path that goes along there. Now, I don't understand how litter can get this far into the fields. I don't get it. Doesn't make sense to me. Even wind surely couldn't blow it that much. But anyway, we're not here to talk about litter. We're here to make a cup of coffee. So I got another bit of kit secondhand off eBay. This was about, I think I paid £2.80. I just put a bid in at the last minute, and I'm going to be making a cup of coffee on it. I've got my little coffee bag, decaf of course, because I can't have too much caffeine. So everything that I'm going to need is inside this little bad boy. It's got a nice handle. First time using it. And what we've got in here is the alcohol burner, some bubble wrap so that it doesn't all jingle around in my bag and drive me mad, some matches, a lighter, and also fits nicely inside this, I think it's the small mess tin. I've got a Trangia Triangle, which is their ultralight stove system that I'm probably going to struggle to put together now because it is the first time I've used it. I've had a go at home trying to put it together, but it did prove a little bit tricky. But there's definitely a knack to it. So let's see if we can get this thing sorted. Made of lightweight aluminium, and it just all clips together really, really simply like that. And that is basically your windshield, your stand, everything, the whole shebang. So let's pop that on the ground somewhere nice and flat, or flat-ish, as flat as you can get it. Now I did intend to bring my cup. There was a bit of swearing a minute ago, which is why I've re-recorded. Normally bring a mug out with me when I do this to drink it from, but totally forgot. It was on the kitchen table. I grabbed the stuff, shoved it in a bag, realised it was raining, and then ummed and ahed as to whether I was going to come out or not. I did get a bit wet. This waterproof's not as good as it used to be. It did seem to come through a little bit, so needs to reproof it. But yeah, let's get this started. We're just going to make a cup of coffee. I'm going to try and make it so that you can see what I'm doing as I'm doing it, as well as being able to see my beautiful gingerness. I've got some stabbage down here from some bloody brambles. But anywho, let us... Is that even going to fit on it? Yes, it is. We will make it bloody well fit. I need it to fit. So this is literally a recon. It was just to come out and get in this corner and see how far in there I could get. But that barbed wire scuppered my plans. I'm not trepping over anything that's got barbed wire, because then you'll be in a lot of trouble. Out here, if somebody spotted me from that path, by the time I'd cooked or, had a coffee, I'd have been gone by the time anyone could get here. But yeah, I decided to come out really, really light today, just because I don't want to be carrying a massive big stove with me if I don't need to. And I was going to do this live, but then I thought, you know what? I've not got anything really interesting to say. So why would I do it live? So I know some people say that they've had trouble with the Trangia during the winter with the alcohol not lighting. Now, I've not done this channel through the winter yet. There is plans to. There's definitely plans to do just carry on regardless of the weather. As you can see by coming out in the rain without a tarp. But I didn't want to bring the tarp because there's nowhere really I could have put a tarp up, to be honest. I mean, everywhere's covered with ground ivy, and I don't really want to disturb all of that. Try and leave no marks on the landscape and stuff. But anywho, that's going on like that. Oh, I didn't even bring any milk or sugar, guys. Ah, I can't have it without milk or sugar. So, so that's that. Sodding hell. Oh my gosh. Can't even have a sodding coffee. I've only just bloody lit the damn thing. Oh, what time is it? Now, by the time I get back and come back out with the stuff, it's just going to be ridiculous. I am simmering on the point of rage. Oh, what a palaver. Forgot the mug, forgot the milk, forgot the sugar, or sweeteners as I use. Got wet, got stung, got stabbed by brambles. There's lots of brambles around here, some really, really thick ones. And it's the dry ones that you've got to be careful with because they're the ones that really get you. Oh. I'm going to let that cool down. In fact, it's already cool because it didn't even have a chance to flip and get going. Oh. But I'll still upload this because, you know, it's you've got to see the failings as well as the wins, you know. It can't just be one-sided where you only show the win. And to be fair, it wasn't a complete failure because I realised that I can't really use this spot yet. It needs a bit more, let's say, work to make it usable. And some of the brambles and more stuff removed. Am I annoyed? Yes, I am annoyed. I'm annoyed that I didn't plan properly. But if I'd have come all the way out here tomorrow and then not been able to get in there, I'd have been like, right, where am I going? So I know I can't get in there now. So it's a blessing in disguise. Gutted I couldn't have a cup of coffee. Gutted I couldn't use the Trangia. So we're going to pack away the triangle and everything back into the mess tin. I'm in two minds whether I'm uploading this. If you do see this, then, you know, well done. You managed to... I did manage to upload it, but... Oh, I'm so annoyed, guys. I don't think you understand what burns in me right now. Put all that back in there. I mean, to be honest, right, if I cleared the area out over there, tidied it up a little bit, it would be a good enough spot because I'd be out of view from the path down there. Not that I'm bothered about being in view. It's just I prefer not to be bothered while I'm out and about. But anywho, that's that. That's me out. I'm going to go home now with my tail between my legs and have a cry.